Good morning, this is Judy from Artistic Artifacts in Alexandria, Virginia. And here, let me turn my chair around so you can see. We're going to talk about Bernina today. So I've been a Bernina girl since 1978. I was lucky enough to have that be my first sewing machine. So that is, I believe in it. I think it's the best stitch quality that you can get out there on the market. And I know that sewing machines are a personal choice, but you know, you kind of go with the one that you had before. But we would really hope that maybe you would give us a try when you're looking at purchasing a new machine or looking for something different and you've not sewn on a Bernina. We have a whole floor full of Berninas. And the reason why they're out here is for you to sew on them. So we hope that you will give us a try. So I think I have a couple of quick announcements. Please, if you do not get our newsletter, we do have a newsletter that you can sign up for on our website, which is artisticartifacts.com. And it sends out, gives you information. That is going to give you the most up-to-date information that we have. So is there a sale? Is there new product coming in? What's the scoop about the 790 Bernina that's Pro that's out? So that type of thing. So that's how you keep in contact with us. We also are on social media. So we are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. Facebook also has a group for Bernina lovers. So it's Artistic Artifacts Bernina. So please join that and show us what you're doing with your Bernina. And then there's another group that's Artistic Artifacts Creative Minds. You're welcome to join that as well. And those are for our community to interact and talk about, show us what you're doing with our products, and just be able to have our community reach beyond Alexandria, Virginia, which we know it does. We know it reaches all over the world. So we'd like to have you join us there. All right, the other thing is there's a great opportunity when we talk about Bernina. You know, Bernina's known for all its feet for all kinds of different things, more feet than I know what to do with. I can sometimes stumble over my 2 feet. So they have this big foot book that tells you how to use the feet. We also have, I think it's Sunday Foot Day. Chris can put that in the links for you. We post that on our Bernina group, and it tells you all the special things because the feet are to help you have tasks and do them easier with the right equipment. That is something that Bernina strives for. Let's give you the right tools so that you can excel in your craft, because that's what we want you to do, is create. Sometimes when we don't have the right tools, it's a little frustrating and we might give up, and we don't want that to happen. We want you to keep creating. So with that in mind, we have a class on Sunday. Susan Edmondson is coming up from North Carolina. Saturday, there are still room in the classroom. She's doing hand stitching, octopus. Chris will put the link in there about the class. But what we think, there's another class on Sunday, and she's a Bernina ambassador, and she's going to tell us how to use 4 feet creatively to create a storybook. I think this was a sleeper class that people didn't really understand, so we'd love to have you have the opportunity to come. I will have CAFE 770 machines, 6 of them available, so that if you don't want to bring your personal machine, or you'd like to try out a CAFE machine, when we will box it up and send it home with you right after class, that is a great opportunity for you. So we want to make that easy. I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. I personally plan on taking the class. I think Chris is going to join me. So it'll be, and I got a phone call yesterday about somebody who wanted to use one of the CAFE machines. So I think we're rolling on that one. It is going to be a lot of fun, and 4 more feet. Now I know how to use 6 feet, so I'm really happy about that. Do we have any questions, Kyle? Do we have anybody there?
Yeah, lots of people tuning in, saying good morning. We've got June Chase, Kathy Buck, Linda Snow, Leslie, R. Leslie.
R. Leslie. Okay.
Leslie, I never say your last name because I always butcher it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Well, all right.
Christine. Okay, I'm going to try this. Sorry,
Christine from Kentucky.
It's Citrullo?
Yeah, I don't know. She'd have to tell you.
Well, red is apparently your color.
Red is my color, and it's Bernina color, and it actually is the Vincent family color. My mom is like, what do you mean red's the Vincent family color? I don't know, Mom. Grew up with red carpet, red sofas, red race cars, red personal cars, and now Bernina, red. It's just the way it goes. It's all red. So
we got a few more. Debbie King, Jeanne, Faith D. Orleans.
Oh, right.
And, Stitches and Quilts. Haha, very funny, Chris.
Yay, Chris.
Terry Bond, Mary McName.
Mary, great. Good. And I know lots of you personally are my friends, so I kind of have some of your stuff come up in my feed as well as the Creative Minds, so that's all great. We're glad that you're part of our community. So thank you for joining us this morning. All right. So what's all this craziness about the Bernina 790 Pro? Why are we excited about it? I can tell you it is pretty cool. So I don't know about you, but I've been looking at flat paint on cars for years. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad that we now have matte black finish. That is a big thing. We have this fabulous screen here that is nice and large. So if anybody had the 770 like I had the 770, and the screen, you're like, oh man, that's no big deal. I can see, I can scroll, it's all okay. Well, try the big screen, then you're gonna want the big screen. I can guarantee it. So with the Bernina, comes with the module. And so there's lots of things that can be done with the module, and I am not so much an embroidery module person, but let me tell you, I am getting really psyched about this. I was excited about what you could do with the Cafe machine and what their embroideries was, and being able to do cross stitch, and okay, that's a different Facebook Live on this Cafe machine. But anyway, I was getting very excited. Now I'm like, I'm in. I'm hook, line, and sinker. So when you start your machine, you have the ability to go to stitching, and you have embroidery here. So we picked a buttonhole stitch. But let me just show you a couple of things when you get into the stitch mode. So this machine is Wi-Fi compatible. There is a Bernina app. You turn the Wi-Fi on. Your phone has to be on the same Wi-Fi as your machine. We found that out this morning. And then you have your laser. So this is, if it's yellow, it's on, and point laser. You'll see the laser here when I actually start stitching a little bit better. It does have safety features, so that you have to make sure that you have the right foot on. You've told it the right foot. So we're going in here. We're working with a 37D. I can come up here. I can go, oh, is it 34D? I think I said I did. 34. Glasses would help, wouldn't they? 34D, and I select that, and now I'm over here. So I did that. I also want to make sure that I have the right stitch plate on. This is a zigzag stitch plate, so I've marked that, and I put my needle in there. And I can assure you that these safety features have saved my machine needles immensely. It just stops. So sometimes we've had people call us and they go, wait, my machine's not stitching. We're like, okay, we can tell you which stitch plate did you put on there. Does it have the right foot? Because it'll stop you from breaking needles. I don't know about you, but that's like fingernails down chalkboards, is breaking needles. So this is really cool. So I'm going to show you what the laser looks like. And let's see. Am I talking too fast for everybody, or are they with me? Because I'm getting excited. So when I get excited, I talk too fast.
No, everyone's just commenting on the dress.
Okay. I always try to dress for you guys because I know you notice. You notice more than my husband notices. All right, so I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to kind of try to pick up from where I left. So And I thought the first thing I noticed is when I'm ever doing a blanket stitch, I always try to line it up on the foot. Well, that's the wrong place. Can you see the laser? Let me see if I can stop it and you can see the, I'm not sure if you can see the laser. See the laser in there? It's really hard to see, but you can see the dot and it follows the needle. So the laser is going to follow the stitch, which is pretty awesome. And so I am right on my edge. Isn't that cool? Let me tell you, I'm pretty psyched about that. So we still have our cutter. It lifts our needle. It lifts our foot. And so that is pretty cool. Now, let me make sure. Okay, got a couple things to go over that have to do with the stitching performance of the machine. So you will see over here.
Is there a dual feed lever?
Yes, which I forgot. Don't forget the dual feed.
Thanks,
it
June.
Doesn't work, June. Thank you. Yes. See, I was so nervous I wasn't going to get the laser on right. I forgot the dual feed. Dual feed's one of the best things about these machines. So I'm sorry. Thank you for catching that. All right, so it has Stitch Precision 2. You know, Bernina has the best stitch in the industry. It's known for it. It's had it for years, the best stitch. Well, now they've done a few things to this 7 series body that makes it perform even a little bit better. So they have, you know, when you go to thread the machine, which let's show you how it threads. And see, we keep all our threads. So I am using Wonderful Mirage thread for this example, and so when I come through here, I'm going to thread it. This is longer. This piece is longer because sometimes the thread has jumped out. I didn't have that problem, but some people did, so they made it longer. Now we're going to come through here, and our tension discs are a little bit more precise, and our take-up lever, you cannot going to be able to see this. You can see it in person, but our take-up lever has changed, and it's a little bit bossier, a little bit stronger, a little bit more there. All right, so then we come down here. So they've done some things to help create that stitch. So I am all the way here. Can you see that? Okay, and then you're going to come over here, and there's 2 lips there. 2 lips and a cutter. So I'm going to bring my thread through the 2 lips, and I'm going to hook it into the cutter because you don't want your thread to be too long.
Can you show that again?
Yeah.
Your hand was in the way.
My hand was in the way?
Point from the outside.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it. All right. So lipped here.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then cutter here. So Bernina, these cutters are not just thrown onto the machine. They're to help control the threads when you're using them. The cutter on the bobbin door is there for a reason. It's a specific length. This one is there for a reason. It's a specific length. So these engineers, these Swiss engineers. Okay, so here you're gonna watch come on this front, and there's this little button here. I'm threaded. I'm threaded. Yeah. Cool, huh? Yeah. Pretty cool. So, we will show you that. They've beefed up some of the, it still has the large bobbin, it still has the bobbin case, it just requires a drop of oil. It's a very easy maintenance. So that is a little bit, they were telling us that they beefed it up. So that's fine. We can beef it up. Then we have the needle threader, and I want to make sure, okay, I have, all right, cool. So I'm going to go into embroidery. Put my feed dogs down. See, it should have a reminder to put your dual feed down, because then I wouldn't forget if it had the reminder, because it has the reminder that you have to put your feed dogs down when you go to embroidery. I'm going to have to put that on the wish list. So we're going to, you come in, now you're into the embroidery field here. So you have alphabets, patterns here. What's cool about the patterns are, let's see, let me go back a minute. So this is what I think of as a traditional embroidery feature, is that I have, you know, something that's like this. It's a little bee, it's a little buzz, it's something that, you know, cutesy things, which are can be kind of cool, but, you know, I mean, look at the eyeball. So it's a motif is what I guess I'm trying to say. So then the next thing is that, okay, hold on, I'll get there. These are what they call BQM files. So those of you who are that know about long arming know about BQM files. I did not know. So this means that you can now bring in quilting files to your embroidery or module to be able to use them. And so we're gonna pick this one. All right, so here it is. And notice, see, it's telling me I can't sew because I didn't tell it what foot I have on yet. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go in here. This is the part that makes me nervous, is the embroidery part. Park, I don't want to park. I want to use it, but let's see. Now I'm gonna get stuck at the parking. All right, there we go. So it's going to tell me it's ready for my hoop. So I'm going to use the large clamp hoop. And it knows that I'm doing that. I'm going to tell it I am using, I think it's a 26 foot. So I got to tell it a 26, 26, 26. There. All right. I'm going to put that on. All right, so that's there. Now, it tells me I'm ready to quilt it this way. So I can go ahead, if I had a square, I could just quilt it out. But most people who are familiar with embroidery know that that's not what you do. And I'm just learning embroidery. I'm telling you, this is very new for me. So, all right. So it has some new buttons on here. So I have a BQM file. I'm going to edit it. I want to morph it to fit into a space. This is the coolest thing ever. All right, so my machine is telling me that I'm there. So I'm gonna, but I want to do it on this cork. Here it is. See, and I'm trying to fit it into a small space. And you can see, hopefully you can see. All right, so I kind of have that there. I'm gonna go on to the next one. Maybe I'm gonna go on to the next one. Okay. I am really excited about the idea of putting the pattern on in a very large, this clamp hoop, I love this clamp hoop. I used to get very frustrated at the regular embroidery hoops. I guess it just takes some more practice than I've been able to do. And you can see the laser is lining up. Or hopefully you can see the laser. Okay, so now I'm set. The next thing I'm going to tell it is, and you can see how it's changed on this screen, so it's morphed. So the next thing I'm going to tell it is I want it to use 1/8 of an inch border from the edges of my cork. Or I could say a quarter, or I could say half. But I just want, how do I go down? Okay, there we go. Yay! It goes up to an inch. All right. So now I'm done here. I have morphed my design. It's showing me the crosshairs where it's going to stitch. All right. I got a green light. So let's see what it does. There's a couple other things that are pretty cool. When you're doing some computerized quilting, it's also going to not do your skip stitches, and there's some things that are normally they have to turn off in the embroidery function, but this actually has a button that allows you to do it. All right, this is going to get a little louder here. This should stitch pretty quick. So that's one of the things that it will do also. I know people have been embroidering for a while, are really happy that it's a one button and it does the jump stitch, the cutting stitch. There's a couple things it does. I'm not quite into that yet. But that's the other thing that's really nice. But the morphing, I think, is really wonderful. I think they call it new shape designer. We all called it during the class going, oh, we're gonna morph the block. So that is good. And your Wi-Fi, so you can go from your computer to your machine seamlessly to bring in new patterns and new designs. So that's the other thing about it. And then in a minute I'll show you, I didn't know this until recently, but I know lots of people buy embroidery because they want to do their quilt labels. Well, in that situation you can only do one line at a time. This allows you to do multiple lines, and it's quite easy. Do you have the one that I stitched out this morning? The Artistic Artifacts one? Okay, so this is just on a scrappy piece of fabric, but I put this in all together. Artistic Artifacts, Creative Finds for Creative Minds. And I was able, you can see I didn't get the hang of the jump stitch, but I put that whole thing in rather than having to do one line at a time. So really awesome opportunity for quilt labels. You put the whole label in, it stitches the label out all at once, and you're done. You're not doing one line at a time. All right. So now you can see how we morphed it. You tried to do contrasting thread. It fit right into that cork. I don't know about you, but I think that's flipping awesome. All right, I can tell the machine I'm done, and I can pick another pattern. So let me show you how easy it is to do. So, you know, here's your crumbs, your breadcrumbs. And it brings me back to here. Do that. So here I have one of one. Judy. I can't, where's my name? It's like a regular type. Okay, and then I do return, G-U-L-A, return, K-Y-L-E, return, G-U-L-A, return. Okay, then I tell it that's all I want, and it takes me, and look at what it does. So it took me directly into my editing field, and it will stitch all of these lines out at once. And that is awesome.
Up to 10 lines, right?
Yes, yes. How'd you know that? Thanks, Kathy.
And so did Benita.
So did Benita tell us. Okay, now, this is only the tip of the iceberg for this machine. This is really awesome. So I will tell you that Bernina claims they're going to have a top of the line that comes out next year. So those of you who want to go with top of the lines, just be aware of that. I'm not sure what more they can do. I know that they say there's more, but I don't have a clue what more is. This is pretty awesome to me. So that is something to be aware of. We are also taking trade-ins if you would like. That is a new thing for us at Artistic Artifacts. We do need you to come into the store to purchase the machine. This is not a shippable machine. it is something that you need to come to us. You get your free mastery class. There's 6 hours, one for the machine, one for the module. You get your first year of warranty, meaning, we fix things, we correct them, no charge. You get your first service at the end of your year free, and you get Artistic Artifacts community. And that, I'm sorry, but nobody can beat that. No one. So those are some things that absolutely make it special for you to come in. And the other thing is we are very competitively priced. We are very competitively priced. Let me say that again. So don't pass us up. We're not going to tell you the price over the phone. We're going you to come in and meet us and see us. And we are sure you will be happy to purchase your machine from Artistic Artifacts. So that is the 790 Pro. Any questions about that? Because I have another announcement that I forgot. It's a pretty big one too. Any questions?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, today we are doing demos on the hour all day. So please come in, come see what this machine does. We are happy to show you what the CAFE machine does also. We still have those in stock. The pros, we are taking deposits on and we'll order them. We expect to be able to have our inventory in the next month. We know that there are machines in the warehouse. So don't wait. It comes with free gifts. CAFE comes with free gifts. Everything comes with free gifts this month and through August. Okay, good. So we hope to see some of you guys because we're all prepped to do some demos today. Now, the really huge announcement is our long arms have shipped. So we will have long arms on the floor hopefully in the next 30 days. So we are now certified and can deliver and trained to have set you up with a long arm. That's taken a few years for us. I'm a little nervous about that too, but we jumped all in. And those of you, I know many of you joined us last week. We were honored with 3 awards from BERNINA, so I can just talk about them still for a little while. Top 10 in the district. We are Century Club, and we are one of 50 of the fastest growing dealers in the nation. So please help us keep going, because I certainly didn't do that by myself. I could not do it without my great customers. So I appreciate and thank you for that. Okay, Kyle helps too, and my staff helps too. Yes, but the customers, they want the machines. You guys are always first. So thank you very much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing those of you who can come today. And I know we're happy to set up appointments for any time during the work week. If that's, well, our work week anyway, Tuesday through Saturday, we're happy to help you. Just give us a call and we will take care of your BERNINA sewing machine needs. Thank you.